Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. Look at this jelly roll table runner. This I call my lazy jelly roll table runner. In a moment I'll go into what I mean by that. But have you had a chance to enter my scrap fabric giveaway? If you haven't, go down below your YouTube screen and you'll see a video link to my JOANN's haul video. And in that you get all the information you need to enter the scrap fabric giveaway. There's some really good stuff in there. And you also get a little glimpse of my grandson Parker. Now again, the link is below your YouTube screen. Now the reason why I call this my lazy jelly roll table runner is because there's no cotton batting, no interfacing, and no quilting stitches to hold this all together. I've got a little special technique that I do that you don't need to do all of that. It is so quick to put this all together. So now let's get started. Here is the jelly roll that I'm going to be using. If you want to know where to find jelly rolls, almost every fabric shop carries them. JOANN Fabrics and Crafts. You can also go to quilt fabric stores if you have those in your area. Go on the internet. You can find them at equilter.com, fabric.com, Missouri Star Quilt Company, Fat Quarter Shop. They are everywhere. But if you do shop at JOANN's, make sure you sign up for that coupon app because you might be getting up to 50% off on the price. I also buy jelly rolls at Walmart. But not all Walmarts carry fabric. I've stacked each of the color groups and I lined them out as straight as I possibly can. I'm going to cut the folded end off and the selvage end, but I'm going to make each section 10.5 inches long. So first, I'm using the lines on my cutting mat, placing my ruler on one of those lines. And you want to use a pretty sharp rotary cutting blade if you're going to do it this way. And then press down firmly. Press firmly on your cutting mat. You might have to go over it a couple of more times. There we go. Now move it over 10.5 inches. And you want to double check. Again, use those lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5. And I'm lining my ruler up on those lines, cutting them. And again, press firmly on the ruler and the rotary cutter. And it's just so much faster doing it this way. Now I'm going to go over 10.5 inches more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, here we go. And placing my ruler on there. Take your time lining everything up. Then again, press firmly on everything. And you might have to go over it twice. And this way, you get everything cut within 3 cuts. Here's my fabric for the back. I have it folded here with the selvage edges together. It's a 1 yard piece, so you're going to cut your 1 yard piece in half. So they're both 18 inches wide. Take those 2 pieces of fabric, bring them on top, line them up, and cut your selvage edges off. And I'm just using the lines on my cutting mat to make sure that I am cutting things straight. Then bring your 2 ends together. Go ahead and place some pins to hold. So place these pins all the way across. Then stitch a 1/2 inch seam all the way across. And when you're done stitching that seam, press it with your iron and press the seam open. Have the back side of your fabric facing up, so the pretty side is down against your table. You're going to draw a line 3 3/4 inches from this raw edge and go over. So place your 3 3/4 inch line on the edge of your fabric. And take your time doing this. And you're going to go all the way down, drawing a line. So go all the way down to the other end, then go over to this side and do the same thing. Then at each end of the table runner, you want to draw a line going across this way that is 3 3/4 inches away from the raw edge. So draw it all the way across. Take your first jelly roll strip and place this edge right along the drawn line going across there. And you're centering it between the two side drawn lines. So lay it nice and flat. Take your second jelly roll piece, this is the front side, turn it over to where you see the back of the fabric and lay it right on top. And then go ahead and place pins all the way across. Then stitch on this side 1/4 inch seam all the way across. Press your seam with your iron on the back, then unfold it and press the seam on top. Take your next jelly roll strip, place it face down, line it up, again keeping in between your two side drawn lines. Make sure you pin it so that it stays in place, then stitch a 1/4 inch seam along this edge. Again, press your seam on the back side, then unfold and press the seam on top. Then take your next strip, bring it front side down on top of the previous strip. Go ahead and place pins to hold, stitch across this line just like you did on the other ones, then press your seam on the back side and then on top, and continue adding on the number of strips you need. So that you can control your fabric easier, I recommend you keep both ends of the table runner rolled up while you are stitching. So of course that really long end, I would roll it up, but as you begin adding them on, the other end starts getting long. So I always unroll one end and roll up the other end, and that way it's real easy to hold on to both sides and control your fabric. Before you start stitching on all of your strips, you want to place a mark on your fabric where you would like to stop adding them. So for instance, maybe you want a 48-inch long table runner or a 60, 70, 80, whatever you're going to make. You need to put a mark on your fabric on or about where you want to stop stitching on your strips. Now don't cut any excess fabric off at this time. Right now I've added on enough to make about a 60-inch table runner, but I'm going to make mine longer. I just finished stitching my last strip on, and for some reason it came out a little crooked down here on this way, but that's okay. Go ahead and stitch along this edge, close to the edge here, just to stabilize and hold the edge of this fabric in place. I didn't want, this was my original 3 3/4 inch line. I did not want to go past that line, but now I have too much down here at this end. So I'm going to measure 3 3/4 inches from here over and trim that excess off. So place your 3 3/4 inch line on the edge there and go ahead and trim your excess off. Fold over all 4 edges 1/4 inch and press, and do this at your ironing board. Now fold your 2 longest edges over first, and you want to take the folded edge of your back fabric and go in 1/4 inch on your strip. So you want to cover up that raw edge. Mine comes out to almost 2 inches wide. It's just a hair under. So make sure you are consistent as to how much you're folding it over. So go ahead and pin your edges, fold it all the way down, get it all ready to go. Then you're going to stitch on top of this back fabric and you're going to stitch close to the edge. You're going to start where the edge of your jelly roll strip is, stitching on top of this all the way down. And you do this on the two longest edges first. I'm now going to show you how to fold your corners into a mitered corner. Make sure your 1/4 inch fold over is folded over, so it looks like that. Take this corner and bring it until it touches the edge right here. So I'm just gonna fold it over like that, and you can see it's all lined up along here. Then fold it again. And there you have your mitered corner fold. Then place pins to hold. Go to your other corners and do the same thing, and then finish pinning your edges all the way across. Then you're going to stitch right along here, this edge here, and across and down the other mitered corner edge. The last step is to go to your ironing board, press all of your border edges flat, and then give the entire table runner a really nice crisp pressing. Well, you can see there wasn't a whole lot to do to make this table runner, and I use this technique often when I'm in a hurry and I don't want to have to do quilting stitches. I like doing quilting stitches, but I don't always have time to do it. Now, don't forget to check below your YouTube screen for the video link to the JOANN shopping haul so that you can enter that contest. Also, if you're interested in more jelly roll table runners, check below your YouTube screen for those video tutorials. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for coming by. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button, and don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Click on the bell so you can receive notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl, and this is Scotty, and this is Manny. See you next time, and happy sewing!